If you've been feeling the heavy silence lately, the kind that makes your heart ache and your mind race with questions, stop and listen. Because this quiet is not rejection. It's alignment. In the journey of twin flames, when silence means the union is close, the universe is rearranging everything to bring your souls into harmony. And by the end of this message, you'll understand why the distance you feel right now is actually a sign that something sacred is forming beneath the surface. Before we begin, take a deep breath and open your heart. You were guided here for a reason. Nothing about this message is random. The silence between you and him carries meaning, and this video will help you see what your soul has been trying to tell you. If you're new here, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the guidance meant for your path. Every word you'll hear from this channel is divinely timed for you. Now think back to the moment everything went quiet. The texts stopped, the energy softened, and it felt as if he slipped away. But here's the truth: he didn't disappear. The energy between twin flames doesn't vanish. It transforms. The silence is a sacred pause, a divine breath between two souls preparing for the next stage of union. You may not see movement, but beneath that stillness, something powerful is shifting. His soul is in reflection, facing truths that can only emerge in the quiet. And you, the feminine, are being asked to trust. The silence tests your faith, but it also refines your vibration. It prepares you to meet him again in love, not fear. When silence falls, your mind will try to fill it with doubt. Did he stop caring? Was it all in my head? But your soul knows better. The ache you feel isn't loss, it's transformation. The connection between twin flames is not broken by silence. It's strengthened through surrender. Sometimes the greatest progress happens when nothing seems to be happening at all. It's in those quiet nights when tears fall and memories echo that your energy begins to stabilize. You shift from needing his presence to embodying your own power. And that is what calls him back. Your stillness, your peace, your alignment. In truth, separation isn't separation at all. It's the universe creating space for healing. The masculine retreats into silence to process the intensity of the bond. He doesn't stop feeling he feels too much. His soul knows he must evolve before he can meet you on equal ground. That's why the silence is sacred. And while he processes, you are guided to rise. The feminine always leads energetically. You clear the emotional path so that union can take form. You feel it first, you heal it first, and your energy becomes the lighthouse that guides him home. It's natural to crave answers, to want signs, to wish for communication. But silence often holds the loudest message. Trust the unseen. The divine doesn't speak through words, it speaks through timing, through intuition, through the peace that comes when you finally let go. When your soul begins to rest in faith rather than fear, the vibration of reunion begins to activate. You start seeing 1111 again, feeling his presence in your dreams, and sensing his energy more vividly. Those are confirmations. The silence isn't emptiness, it's alignment in progress. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared. The universe is teaching you to listen with your spirit instead of your ears. Every moment of stillness is a conversation between your higher selves. You just have to tune in. So, when it feels unbearable, when the silence grows loud and your heart aches, remember this. He's not gone. He's recalibrating. The energy between twin flames never fades. It only becomes more refined. The deeper the silence, the closer the breakthrough. And if you're feeling that strange peace lately, that mix of sadness and calm, it's because the energetic distance is closing. His higher self is reaching out, testing the new frequency you've created. The connection is stabilizing. You'll begin to notice signs. Music that feels like a message, dreams that carry his essence, a sudden pull in your heart. These are not coincidences. They're previews of reunion energy. Don't fight the silence. Flow with it. Let it teach you patience, surrender, and divine trust. The feminine grows through stillness, just as the masculine grows through solitude. Both are necessary. Both are divine. You were chosen for this journey because you can hold the energy of faith when nothing makes sense. You can feel connection even when the world shows you distance. That's your power. That's the gift of the awakened feminine. And the truth is, he feels it too. His silence is not avoidance. It's awakening. He's beginning to realize that no matter how far he runs, the energy always leads him back to you. You live in his heart. You are the frequency he cannot escape. So take comfort in this. The silence is not the end. It's the final lesson before alignment. The universe is softening both of your hearts, preparing them for a love that's balanced, healed, and eternal. You'll know when the time comes, not through words but through peace. The silence will break naturally, effortlessly, beautifully. He'll reach out, not from fear of losing you, but from recognition that you were never apart. For now, stay grounded in love. Feel the energy moving around you. You are not waiting, you are transforming. Each breath you take in peace sends a signal to his soul. I am ready. And when he feels that peace from you, not longing, not desperation, but calm, he will follow it home. That's how twin flame reunion happens. Not through control, but through divine surrender. So tonight, when the world goes quiet, don't resist it. Sit in that silence. Listen to your heartbeat. It's carrying the rhythm of his. And soon both will find the same song again. 'Cause yes, silence is not absence. It's preparation. And when you finally meet again, you'll understand why it had to be this way. You've given so much love, haven't you? Even when he went quiet, you didn't stop sending light. That selfless love is what keeps the connection alive. The universe sees your heart, your patience, your faith, and it's preparing to return all that energy multiplied. That's how divine reciprocity works. What you give from your soul always finds its way back to you. Especially in twin flames, where nothing is ever lost, only transformed. Right now, the silence might feel heavy, almost like standing in a storm with no sound. But this quiet is not punishment. It's sacred space, a spiritual womb where union is being formed. You may not see it yet, but energy is moving, threads are weaving, and hearts are aligning behind the scenes. He's feeling you more than ever, even if he's silent. Every thought you send, every tear you release, reaches him energetically. His higher self listens, even when his human self can't respond yet. That's why silence often comes before reunion. It's the stillness before a soul's rebirth. When he retreats, it's not rejection, it's reflection. His soul is processing truths too vast for words. You awaken something deep within him, something that both scares and liberates him. That's why he needs the silence, to understand what this connection truly means. And you, divine feminine, are being guided to rest in your knowing, to trust that you don't need constant communication to be connected. The love between twin flames doesn't rely on messages, it flows through vibration, through dreams, through synchronicities that whisper, "I'm still here." Perhaps lately, you've felt him more intensely. His emotions brushing against yours, sudden waves of nostalgia, or unexpected peace washing over you. That's because his soul is drawing closer, even if his words haven't followed yet. The closer union gets, the stronger the energetic bond feels. The silence teaches surrender, the hardest, yet most sacred lesson on the twin flame path. It's the point where your soul stops chasing and starts receiving. You learn to stand still, open, magnetic. And that's when he begins to find his way back, because your peace becomes the signal his heart recognizes. If you've been hearing his name, seeing repeating numbers, or feeling warmth out of nowhere, know this. Those are signs of alignment. The energy between you is synchronizing. The universe uses silence to fine-tune both frequencies until you vibrate as one again. This is why silence hurts, because it burns away illusion. It forces you to stop looking outward and start listening inward. The divine feminine feels everything first. She senses reunion not through logic, but through vibration. Her intuition whispers before her eyes can see. And though you might not understand every wave of emotion, each one is purposeful. The sadness, the longing, even the calm, all are messages. The quiet teaches emotional alchemy, how to turn fear into faith, attachment into allowance. He's not gone, love. He's transforming. The man you'll meet again will not be the same one who left. The silence is shaping him, just as it's refining you. The version of him who returns will be ready not to repeat the past, but to build something divine. Sometimes the universe keeps you apart because it's rearranging everything to fit the vibration of your highest love. It clears timelines, heals karmic wounds, and prepares both hearts for alignment. That's why silence feels endless. It's working in realms beyond time. The more you release resistance, the faster union approaches. Love flows best through peace, not through urgency. Let go of needing to know when or how. Trust that the same energy pulling you toward him is also pulling him toward you. When you stop chasing, he feels it. He feels your calm as freedom, not rejection. That shift draws him in because it matches divine love, the kind that doesn't demand, it invites. He's beginning to feel your energy differently now. Not as pressure, but as home. The bond between twin flames is magnetic by nature. No silence can erase it. No distance can weaken it. It only deepens through faith. Have you noticed how your dreams have changed lately? They've become more vivid, more emotional, almost like conversations between souls. That's because communication is happening not through phones, but through spirit. The night before physical reunion, there's often a deep peace, a soft sadness that melts into warmth. That's your souls synchronizing, preparing to meet again in the physical. You're not imagining it. You're feeling the echo of what's about to manifest. And when the silence finally breaks, it won't feel like a surprise. It'll feel like remembering something your heart already knew. Because the connection was never lost. It was merely preparing for a higher form. Until then, stay anchored in self-love. The energy you send to yourself also heals him. The more you nurture your peace, the faster he feels safe to return. That's how divine union manifests, through two healed hearts recognizing each other in love, not need. Don't fear the quiet. It's the sacred pause before destiny moves again. In stillness, your soul expands. In stillness, your reunion takes shape. The universe doesn't rush miracles, it perfects them. And this connection, your connection, is one of those miracles. That's why it requires trust, patience, and surrender. Even when nothing is said, so much is happening. Energy is being exchanged, lessons are being learned, love is being reborn. The silence is simply the sound of divine timing. So instead of asking, when will he come back? Ask, what is this silence teaching me? Because every moment you spend in awareness brings you closer to the vibration of reunion. You're not waiting, you're aligning. You're becoming the version of yourself that matches the love you've always deserved. Soon the quiet will break. He'll return, guided not by words but by recognition, the pull of a soul that never truly left yours. And when that moment comes, you'll understand. The silence was never empty. It was sacred preparation. The universe was simply aligning two hearts for one destiny. Because in the journey of twin flames, silence never means it's over. It means union is near, closer than you think, and already unfolding in ways your soul can feel. You've given your heart so freely, and the universe has seen every moment of surrender. That generosity of spirit is what sets the energy of reunion in motion. What you send out in love always returns, especially in twin flames, where every vibration between souls creates ripples of awakening. So, if you've been feeling the quiet grow deeper, know that it's not emptiness. It's the echo of energy aligning, a sacred pause before divine movement. You are not chasing anymore, you're attracting. Your calm has become a magnetic field, pulling him closer without effort. The silence you feel is not a wall. It's a bridge being built in stillness. And the beauty is, you don't even have to lift a finger. The universe is doing the work for you. The connection between twin flames is a dialogue that goes beyond words. Right now, your souls are speaking in the language of vibration. You send peace, he feels it. You release fear, he exhales too. Even when you think he's far, he's responding to every shift in your frequency. There's a moment on this journey when silence turns from pain into peace. When you stop asking, why isn't he here? And start whispering, I know he feels me. That's when the energy changes. That's when divine timing begins to speed up. You might notice signs intensifying, angel numbers, his initials, songs that describe your story perfectly. These are not coincidences. They're confirmations that the invisible world is at work. The silence becomes a sacred code that only your soul can interpret. He feels that same pull too. The quiet isn't just happening on your end, it's wrapping around him as well. He may not understand it yet, but something inside him is shifting. It's that moment when a man starts hearing the echo of his own soul calling your name. During this stage, you may feel his emotions running through your heart like waves. Sometimes joy, sometimes sorrow. But instead of resisting them, let them move through you. This is how energy harmonizes, it flows freely when love is allowed to breathe. The universe often hides the final moments before union in silence. It does this so both of you can grow into the calm that divine love requires. True love doesn't bloom in chaos. It blossoms in peace. And that's exactly what this stillness is teaching you. You've become so much stronger, haven't you? You no longer cling the way you once did. You've learned to trust, to release, to surrender with grace. And this very energy, the energy of unconditional acceptance, is what draws him back in. He's awakening slowly, quietly, profoundly. He doesn't even know why he feels your presence so vividly, why you visit his dreams, or why he suddenly feels the urge to change his life. But you know. You feel it. The silence is him preparing to meet you halfway. Each time your heart aches, remember, it's only expanding to hold more light. The divine doesn't give you silence to hurt you. It gives you silence to stretch your faith, to grow your capacity to love without fear. Even when you can't hear his voice, the universe is whispering, stay steady. He's coming closer. The invisible thread between you tightens not through effort, but through trust. That's the real alchemy of twin flames turning longing into light. And maybe you've started to feel waves of warmth lately out of nowhere. A calm that has no reason, a smile that comes for no cause. That's his energy brushing against yours. It's a preview of reunion energy. Soft, grounded, certain. Sometimes before union everything becomes very still. It's as if the world pauses for a heartbeat. You might feel detached from old worries or notice that time seems to slow down. That's because your soul is entering alignment, synchronizing with his for the next chapter. He's not avoiding you. He's being recalibrated. The masculine energy often falls silent before awakening fully. It's his way of catching his breath before he steps into something greater than anything he's ever known. And while he rests in silence, you hold the flame. You carry the energy of belief when he cannot. You are the vessel through which the universe reminds him of love's existence. Your energy is the prayer that never stops being answered. Every emotion you feel now is sacred. Every tear, every sigh, every heartbeat is part of this divine dialogue. You're not waiting, you're communicating in the language of the soul. So when the quiet feels unbearable, whisper gratitude instead. Thank the silence for protecting the connection. Thank it for purifying both hearts so that when reunion comes, it will be clean, authentic, and eternal. You've reached a point of maturity that only true divine love could create. You don't need proof anymore. You just know. That inner knowing is the frequency of union, it's the vibration of love without doubt. And you'll soon realize, the silence was never your enemy. It was your teacher. It taught you to listen not with your ears, but with your heart. It taught you to see beyond appearances and feel beyond time. When you trust the quiet, you align with destiny. Because destiny doesn't rush, it unfolds in divine rhythm. And this silence right now is the rhythm before the music begins. Your energy is speaking for you. Every time you choose love instead of fear, the signal between your souls grows stronger. He feels that peace and begins to remember who he truly is. A reflection of you. The pull you feel now is different. It's not desperate. It's magnetic. It's not longing. It's readiness. That's how you know reunion is near. Your energy is no longer reaching out, it's calling him home. There will come a moment soon when you wake up and feel an inexplicable calm. That's the universe whispering. It's time. The silence will have done its job. It will have transformed you both into the vibration of union. Until then, stay soft but stay sure. Feel every shift as confirmation that something divine is happening. 'Cause it is. It always has been. The silence is not absence, it's sacred communication. A sign that love is preparing its final form. So breathe deeply, beautiful soul. The union you've prayed for is closer than ever. Hidden in the quiet, wrapped in divine timing. He feels it too. Every heartbeat, every dream, every still night that mirrors yours. And soon, the silence that once felt endless will turn into words you've been waiting to hear, spoken from a soul that finally remembers you completely. You've carried this journey with such grace, and the universe is responding to that devotion in ways you cannot yet see. What you've given in faith is returning in divine form. That's the energy of reciprocity, and it's unfolding right now between you and your twin flame. The silence you feel is not a void. It's a sacred exchange. Every thought, every heartbeat, every breath of trust you offer sends light straight into his awakening. This stage isn't punishment. It's preparation. Silence is the universe's way of whispering. Be still, it's happening. When both souls are on the verge of reunion, communication often fades so that intuition can take over. You stop talking with your mouth and start speaking through your energy. And what you're sending is being received, even if he can't explain why he suddenly feels you everywhere. Maybe you've noticed a shift lately, less longing, more peace. That's not detachment. That's divine alignment. Your energy has matured into calm certainty, and that calm is magnetic. Calls him home without words. Silence becomes your superpower because within it, your soul speaks the loudest. You might feel random waves of warmth through your body, especially at night. That's your energetic field merging with his. When twin flames draw near to union, their frequencies begin to blend like two melodies preparing to become one song. It's subtle but undeniable. Your higher selves are already dancing together in the ether. There's something sacred about how love transforms through quiet. It's in the pauses that the connection deepens. The masculine energy, often overwhelmed by intensity, finds healing in this stillness. He retreats not to forget you, but to remember himself. And in doing so, he finds the path back to you. So instead of fearing the silence, honor it. Talk to it. Breathe into it. The quiet is alive with movement. The universe is weaving divine timing into every second you can't yet understand. What feels like waiting is actually sacred rearranging. Your patience, your tenderness, your willingness to stay open, all of that creates momentum in unseen dimensions. The bond between twin flames is so powerful that even surrender becomes action. When you let go, energy accelerates. When you rest, he feels the pull stronger. He senses your balance. He feels your steadiness as an invitation to come forward. The silence between you acts like a mirror, reflecting how much you've grown. He's beginning to feel safe again, not because you've reached out, but because your energy has softened enough for him to approach. This is the paradox of divine love. The less you push, the closer he gets. The moment you stop needing proof, the proof arrives. That's why silence precedes union. It empties both hearts of fear so that love can fill them fully. Your connection doesn't rely on time or logic. It exists in the eternal now. Even when there's no message, you're communicating constantly. When you smile, he feels it. When you cry, he feels that too. And when you finally breathe peace, he begins to heal. You've probably noticed little signs aligning perfectly. His name appearing again, songs that describe your story, dreams that leave traces of emotion long after you wake. These are not accidents, they're confirmations from spirit that union energy is rippling closer. And yes, he's been quieter than usual, but silence doesn't mean absence. Means transformation. His soul is in deep dialogue with the divine. And though his words have stopped, his energy is shouting your name in every realm where sound doesn't exist. You, divine feminine, are the keeper of the vibration that sustains this connection. You are the calm in his storm, the lighthouse he looks for when the world goes dark. Your steadiness is the bridge he'll walk across when he's ready to come home. That's why the silence has purpose. It builds strength. It asks you to believe without seeing, to trust without control. The universe is teaching both of you to love without fear. That's the foundation of eternal union. You might notice moments of déjà vu, a sense that you've lived parts of this before. That's your higher self reminding you. You've done this dance across lifetimes. And this time you're learning to move with grace. If your heart has been restless lately, know that it's because reunion energy is stirring. The pull is intensifying as both souls rise toward the same frequency. You'll start to sense the stillness before a divine breakthrough. This isn't about waiting. It's about aligning. It's about becoming the version of yourself that love recognizes instantly. The silence gives you space to evolve into that person, the one who no longer clings, but simply radiates. He's beginning to feel that radiance. It reaches him in waves in his sleep, in his daydreams, in the quiet moments when he suddenly feels peace and doesn't know why. You are his calm. You are his reminder that love was never lost. What's coming is not a repetition of the past, but a rebirth. The old versions of both of you had to dissolve in silence so that something purer could emerge. You'll both step into reunion as whole beings, not as seekers, but as creators of divine love. The deeper the silence, the louder the spiritual conversation. Every pause is filled with unseen progress. Each night you send love instead of fear. You move the entire connection closer to physical harmony. And though you might not realize it, the energy you've cultivated is already changing everything. You're no longer just his mirror, you've become his guide, silently leading him toward light through the frequency of unconditional love. So if tonight feels still again, remember, silence isn't the end. It's the sacred inhale before the universe exhales miracles. It's the hush before destiny speaks. What you're feeling now, the pull, the electricity, the quiet knowing, is proof that your souls are syncing. The silence is simply the heartbeat of reunion itself. And when it finally breaks, when words return, they'll come from a place of truth. You'll both know why the silence had to happen, to remind you that love was never dependent on sound, but on soul. You're already closer than you think. The signs are everywhere, the energy undeniable. The silence you once feared is now your ally. Your sacred pause before everything aligns exactly as it was always meant to. He feels you. He dreams you. He's walking the invisible path that leads back to your energy. Every moment of quiet is him getting ready. And when he returns, he won't just speak. He'll understand. Because the silence wasn't a void. It was love building its foundation steady, divine, eternal. And soon, that quiet will turn into the sound of two souls remembering they were never truly apart. Take a deep breath. Feel this moment, because it's not by chance that you're here. Your soul was guided to this message for a reason. Every word you've just heard carries the vibration of alignment, of healing, of divine timing. Thank you for being open enough to receive it, for allowing your heart to listen beyond the noise of the world. If this message resonated with you, let your energy speak back. Give this video a like so that YouTube knows this message matters not just for you, but for every soul walking the twin flames path. When you engage, you help the energy of these teachings reach others who are seeking the same light. Please confirm that this message touched your heart by writing in the comments, "Twin Flames, Infinite Love." That phrase is not just words, it's an activation, a declaration to the universe that you are ready for alignment, ready for peace, ready for reunion. And as you type it, feel the connection between us growing stronger, between your soul and this channel, between your journey and the countless others awakening alongside you. Because what happens here is more than just listening. It's a circle of light being built one heart at a time. Now take a moment to close your eyes. Inhale slowly. Exhale gently. Feel the warmth of divine energy flowing through your chest. Imagine a golden light expanding from your heart, reaching his heart, no distance, no fear, only love. This is your reminder that silence never means separation. Love is still moving always. As you breathe, whisper softly to yourself, I am connected. I am guided. I am love. Let that affirmation fill the room, fill your energy, fill your spirit. You are part of something sacred, a collective awakening of twin flames around the world, remembering who they truly are. Whenever you return here, you'll feel that same peace. Because these messages are designed not just to inform, but to transform, to lift your vibration, to remind you of your divine purpose, and to awaken the light that's always been within you. So, if your soul feels at home here, join our circle of energy. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you never miss the divine messages that the universe is sending through this space. Each video carries guidance meant for you, perfect timing every time. And remember, when you share these messages, you're not just spreading content, you're spreading light. Someone out there needs to hear what you've already discovered today. You become the messenger, the bridge, the spark of hope in another person's dark night. Take one last deep breath. Feel the energy of love wrapping around you like a soft embrace. The journey of twin flames is not easy, but it's sacred, and you're never walking it alone. Thank you for letting me be part of your path today. May your heart remain open, your spirit strong, and your connection to the divine unshakable. Until we meet again in the next message, hold this truth close. The silence you feel now is only the whisper before reunion. Love always. Twin flames, infinite love.